Hale Manna Coastal Gardens is a family beach resort that sets itself apart from other resorts in the area by having deliberate efforts into creating sustainable and environmental conscious activities for its guests. We started as a business in 2011, but then we became a corporation in 2017. It was actually the brainchild of my late mom, who she bought the property in 1995 because she wanted a seaside place where she could retire because it brought back memories of her late husband. They were both divers. So she found the property in Malboal, Cebu, and she slowly built it up to a 2-hectare property in 1995. So after realizing that it was too big to become a retirement place, it needed to be more sustainable, so it had to become a business. So as a nature lover, as an environmentalist, she named it Hale Manna, which stands for House of Good Energy, inspired by the Hawaiian word of Hale, which means house, and Manna, that we all know is like either manna from heaven or good energy. Well, that was a very challenging time. So March 2020, when we first felt the effects of the pandemic talaga, a lot of people, especially bookings from outside of Cebu, canceled. So we really had to cope with refunds and this string of cancellations. So from the period na ECQ tayo hanggang naging MECQ until MGCQ, I stayed in the resort together with my mom the whole 3-4 months. Tapos when things became looser, we immediately opened. We complied with the DOT protocols, the safe stay protocols, and we just made sure to get things go by ba. Yung mga staff namin, we altered our scheduling so that at least they could at least work once a day para walang none of them will lose any job. During the pandemic, I also did some blogging, so I was a follower of yung mga programs of the government that would help businesses cope during the pandemic. So I was able to chance upon the CARES program of SB Corp and their COVID assistance. So immediately I went to the website. Then I also interfaced with my contacts from the SB Corp in Cebu to ask about what the requirements were and if we were qualified. So since we've already been a customer in 2015, since SB Corp funded our saltwater swimming pool, she said we were qualified and we just submitted jobs. The online facility of SB Corp was very welcome because it was what everybody expected actually of government services during the time. Everything should be seamless, easier. So I was surprised how easy it was because you just needed to upload docs. Even items that needed to be notarized, SB Corp was flexible enough to accept items that need notarization, and it will be followed up later on kasi diba, the pandemic, we didn't have access to these professional services then and there. So it was fast and easy. And because of the slump of tourism due to COVID, SB Corp was able to provide financial assistance that would especially cater to the cash flow requirements to keep the business alive. For one, SB Corp was able to keep our employees. We did not have to fire any employees. SB Corp was able to help us stay afloat by paying some of our mortgages with other banks as well as the utilities. And then finally, SB Corp was also there for our post-Odette relief. After we were hit very bad by the Odette typhoon, SB Corp was able to provide funds for the rebuilding of our facilities. The pandemic taught us to be more flexible, to be agile, to be quick to change and adapt to the times. So we were used to the operations of always reaching higher goals, but the pandemic told us to step back sometimes and assess your situation, strengthen your systems before actually even expanding further You needed to have a strong fiscal structure in your finance, and make sure things operations were airtight. So the pandemic allowed us to take a step back and reassess so that your operations would be stronger, leading to a stronger company operation. To my fellow mga kanegosyo, businessmen and women, especially those in Cebu, we haven't really heard much of SB Corp in the past. What we only hear about are those private financial corporations that extend loans, but SB Corp is there with a mandate to actually help the Filipino people, the MSMEs in the Philippines, to with ready financial aid and capacity building to help build our businesses. So look for it, ask your local DTI representative, or visit them or check them out online.